Well, good morning to everybody. Good morning out there. Welcome to another live edition. This is Brett with anvillmusicmedia. If you haven't quite figured it out yet, this channel focuses on tech and technology. If you are watching for the first time, you may be looking for a computer. You may need some assistance with technology. Check out my channel when you get a chance. I appreciate you for watching. Those of you watching for the first time, welcome. Thanks for joining. And those that are watching on the replay, you guys are awesome as well. So we're really excited about this week, and I'm telling you, we're in the third week of January. Is this the third week? Yeah, I want to say it's the third week of January, and already things are heating up with technology, which I believe there's no real. It's not a constant. It's not a. It's no wonder that things are the way they are. Everything definitely happens for a reason. So we're gonna get right into it. I was going to talk about a particular topic, which I'll probably save until Friday. I got a bit of exciting news, but I'll share that later. But over the weekend we had some pretty big news about another social platform. Now, I know everybody's been living above a rock. If you've been under a rock, you probably hadn't noticed all the news and what's been going around and going on with the TikTok ban, and who here doesn't love TikTok, right? Like, I think it's very interesting, the sequence of events in TikTok. So we're going to talk about TikTok today on YouTube. Yes, it's news, it's technology. It's all related, and believe it or not, these social media platforms are very, very close related. The CEOs of these companies, you have Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and they've all been in the news lately. And of late, TikTok has been the center of the news. So who in here has TikTok? Let me know in the comments if you own a TikTok account. We're going to talk briefly about kind of sort of what happened, why it was banned, the reason it was banned. It seems like it's been just a back and forth. And of course, social media is heavily tied into politics. This ain't a politics channel. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not really into politics, but more often than not, the two worlds definitely collide when you have technology and you have those who run this country, United States, and I am in the United States, so that's where we are. There's a struggle for power. Bottom line is the dollar. Like, we can't stress it enough. And in order to get this power, there are certain decisions you have to make, certain things that happen in the background. And I really believe, well, let's just get into it. We're talking about it today. Let me know in the chat if you do actually are on TikTok. I joined TikTok probably the latest you could join. I probably joined like last year. And I'm not a big fan of TikTok. Like, I'm not really that big of a fan. Like, I'm not. It never really did anything for me. I had a few posts that I've like sort of had started and I had posted on there, but like, to me, I mean, personally, honestly, it's I want to say it's a waste of time, but it's just short of a waste of time. Like, it's so like sporadic, and of course, like, I give TikTok's props because it has definitely upped its game in terms of search searching. I just, it's just a lot of information. And those of you guys, you love it. I mean, people love it obviously for a reason. And so it was taken away this weekend, taken away on what, Sunday. It was banned. They went through a series of I don't know what you call it in legal terms, but essentially TikTok was banned and everybody was in an uproar. People were saying that this is the end. It's amazing to me, like, people they're so hyper focused and all of their intentions and all of their time is on a social media platform. And it's like, wow, guys, do we really have time for anything else? Because when it gets taken away, it's like, we're all crying sabotage. And I mean, I get it, but what I've learned in my time as a creator is you're either on one of two sides of the coin. You're either a consumer or you're a producer. Like, there's no getting around. You're not in the middle. You're either a consumer or a producer. In that, what I mean is the majority of us consume content daily, and I do too. Maybe I'll take that back. You can be both, but you're definitely going to lean heavily in one direction or the other. So TikTok was banned this weekend, and then of course on Monday, I don't know what day it was, they reinstalled it. Now, for me, I think something's going on here. Like, I definitely know that it just definitely seems like there's a play that the higher ups are trying to do. The powers that be, those who run the country, run society. I mean, I really think that's, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Like, I'm not one of those people. I'm not like sitting here. I just like to see things from a bigger vantage point. Like, I just step back and I kind of look at what's going on, and I'm like, and some things just make you go home. So, how many use TikTok? Like, do you have accounts? Do you care? I'm sort of under the I don't care sense, but I want to talk about it because it's such a big platform. Some people are calling it YouTube on steroids, and YouTube has done a great job. Even in the content world, YouTube kind of blazed the way and led the way for content creators to be able to monetize. TikTok has taken it to the next level. YouTube is sort of been like the leader, and it looks like TikTok is going to be the next incoming. I'm going to continue to stay on YouTube. I hope you guys do as well. I don't believe it's going to go away, but there are things on TikTok that sort of revolutionize how we approach content strategy and how we approach our videos. The number one was shorts. If it wasn't for TikTok, there wouldn't be shorts. And YouTube has, they're notorious now for shorts, but that was started in the TikTok world. And it's amazing to me how, like, these different social platforms sort of trade off on ways they can get content out to you. At one point in time, it was shorts for YouTube and TikTok, and then TikTok actually went to longer form video. YouTube went to shorter, and they just swapped back and forth. So I'm saying this to say, like, we really should know all of these pieces are connected, and I really think there are inner workings right now that are making decisions. And people are screaming free speech and all that, and I understand that. Like, I get it. my thing is like, okay, it's cool, it's free speech, you know, but go to another social social media platform if you feel like you're being or like start your own, like get a website. You know, nobody's banning websites. So, but I do understand people have this affinity, this emotional affinity to whatever social media platform that they use. For me, it just happens to be YouTube. Now here's the reality. If YouTube actually shuts down tomorrow, like, I'm gonna be okay. Maybe a couple months I would have been like sort of not good, right? Just because there's certain things that you have to do to prepare as a content creator to make sure that, you know, all of your ducks are in the row, that you have other platforms that you own that you can sort of use. But people were like, in TikTok, people were like I talked to one of my friends. He was like, yeah, I had it's like some cookbook recipes that I forgot to get, you know, and when they banned it, you know, it went away. And this is on TikTok, and I'm like, you know, it's kind of funny. I'm not the biggest TikTok fan. Like, I'm not. I probably will have to be forced over into that world. But people were just in an uproar. Like, people were missing their content, you know. And so I made up in my mind probably a few years back that I'm not going to consume as much as I produce, and whatever I consume, it's for a learning purpose. So we're still talking about technology. I'm just kind of giving you a layout of, you know, how I sort of approach the way I do my live videos, how I when I post content for all the reviews that I've done. I've been in brand marketing. I've done videos for companies, you know, and you know, it's been paid promotion. It's all been fun. And speaking of paid promotion, TikTok has a way better monetization factor than YouTube. And a lot of people I've talked to and heard from a lot of creators that's where they go to make their money, because the views like just exponentially grow, and they're there. So yeah, today's video, the point of it is, and the question is, will TikTok remain? Man, the social media platforms are just they're really a pawn in this whole game of technology. And if they can introduce and give it to you, please believe they can take it away. It can be taken away. So I'm wondering if this is the last that we've heard about this news. I don't really think so. I'm not certain that this is all that we've heard. We'll all have to stay tuned for what goes on and what happens. And yeah, I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm talking about it because it affects us all. Like, these platforms are no different from each other. They just start and catch fire. I mean, you could talk about, hey, it's a Chinese company, and it's there's information that's out there, that's getting out there, that is totally against policy and American policy, whatever. Bottom line, if it ain't making money, it ain't gonna happen, and it ain't gonna stay. TikTok's definitely generating billions upon billions of dollars, and it is here to stay, man. It is definitely here to stay. So all of the big CEOs of the technology companies, Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, they were actually all together yesterday at the inauguration. So, I mean, clearly guys, this stuff it's all connected. Just, you gotta watch and see what people do, like away from the noise of the news, and never mind you get stuck in this echo chamber. Everybody's like got opinions, and you know, you leave that up to the algorithm to whatever you search or whatever you put out there, it spits it back to you. Like, so the content that you're getting is really the content that you wanted in the first place, and it just reinforces your truth, which is only a portion of the truth of the reality of the world we live in. So wasn't really trying to get so like intellectual or deep today. Like I said, it was just a conversation, and I think the conversation is going to continue to go on, and we're going to have to ask the question, like, in what ways is this going to affect the future of social media, and how much do we, here's the question, how much do we want our government officials involved in free speech and what we're able to broadcast and release in the form of content creation? How bad do we want them in this, or do we really want them making decisions? Because I'm going to be honest with you, the government's just a bunch of old guys. old, just a bunch of old people making decisions that they, you know, the bottom line for them is money. That is the bottom line. The older and older I get, like, that's my bottom line. Like, I gotta see, I have to see the value in what I do. So, like, yeah, these government officials, they don't really care. They're not really they don't really care. So I wish I could address the comments, but I'm driving. So let me know where you're watching from. Leave it in the chat. Where are you guys watching me from? Because we are live. Just let me know in the chat. And I appreciate everybody for joining once again. Like, your support is needed. We appreciate those who watch, those who are faithful in watching what we do. And yeah, it's just it's awesome to just have this community, just to be able to talk, to be able to converse. And yeah, any questions that you guys have, you know, leave it for me in the comments. Let me know what you'd like for me to talk about. If you have any questions or issues on your anything that you're working on, feel free, like, reach out. I do have a newsletter of information and resources on computer products that I'm putting together. So I want you to be on the lookout for that. You can sign up on my website, on here on YouTube. Just click the link. There's going to be a link for you in the description. And that's it. There we have it, man. I appreciate you guys for joining once again, and we will talk to you soon. I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest a little bit. It's been obviously in the news, and it's been heavy in the news. So somebody asked where I'm from. So I'm from the East Coast. I live in the US. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. So cool. Somebody else said it's snowing. We're supposed to get snow too here. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, but yeah. All right, guys, that's all. I'll see and talk to you soon.